Hong Kong's Disneyland will reopen its doors on Thursday following nearly 5 months of closure, according to the park on Monday, in a fresh boost for a city that has largely managed to defeat the coronavirus. Take a look.
We will have many photo opportunities for our guests. It's just not going to be as up and close, which I think all of us understand the reason why that is. But we'll be finding characters and new locations and new experiences to take photos that, frankly, may never have been taken before by our guests. So we expect that to be something that will really delight our guests throughout the park experience.
Yeah, so we have government regulations that we're following, as well as health advice that specifically addresses the capacity of our different attractions. And some will be at 50% and some will be based on the ride vehicles that we have. But yes, the attractions will be operating at a reduced capacity to accommodate the social distancing, as well as the increased frequency of our cleaning of the attractions. So there will be fewer guests in the park than we typically would have, and there will be fewer guests in the queue. And we'll be managing that by introducing markers in the queue to help guests stay apart from one another. So the queues will be more comfortable because you'll be further apart. Parties will be separate from other parties. And yes, there will be fewer guests actually standing in those queues. Yes, we know that when we reopen the park, there will be travel restrictions in place, and our focus is going to be on the local individuals who reside here in Hong Kong. And of course, with opening at a reduced capacity, that affords us the ability to really focus in and welcome back the people of Hong Kong to Hong Kong Disneyland.
Visitors will need to sign health declarations, submit to regular temperature checks, and wear masks at all times unless eating. Park said in a statement, it is just the second Disneyland around the world to resume services during the pandemic. After Shanghai turned its lights and rides back on last month, Tokyo and Paris remain closed, while the company's flagship park in California is eyeing a July reopening. Hong Kong was one of the first places to record coronavirus infections after the disease first emerged in central China, morphing into a global pandemic and enveloping much of the world in a recession. But the finance hub has since managed to largely halt local transmission with just over 1,100 infections and 4 deaths. All overseas passengers are screened at the airport and quarantined by authorities if found to be infected, on top of a mandatory 14-day home quarantine for arrivals. Across the globe, tourism operators are desperate to restart business, trialing different forms of social distancing as lockdowns ease.